Coach, would you rather us get started with your statement and all that? Let's just thank everyone for joining us here for the semifinal post-game press conference, the 2025 CUSA Basketball Championships. We're joined by Middle Tennessee coach Nick McDevitt and by senior guard Jalen Counter. Graduate forward Isam Mustafa will be joining us in just a minute. We'll make sure the attending media here in Huntsville have the ability to ask their questions first. Then we'll move to our Zoom audience. If you are with us on Zoom and have a question, it's most efficient if you will go ahead and type in your question in the chat function, and we'll read it. If you don't mind, please state your name and affiliation prior to asking your question. Thank you for attending, and now we'll begin with an opening statement from Coach before opening up for questions.
First off, congratulations to Coach Harper and his group getting to the finals, and to Coach McKay and his group at Liberty. I was really proud of our team and our fight down the stretch. We're down 11 with 12 to go, down 10 fairly late, and tied it and had a chance to win it. And we just didn't make enough plays down the stretch to win the game against a good team. Everybody remembers, the plays down the stretch in the final minute or two. It was really the start of the second half that hurt us. They won the opening segment 8-0 because of just silly turnovers. They some offensive rebound stickbacks, and they ended up +9 on the glass. And they're not a high volume turnover team, and not that 9's a lot, but which it isn't. But when you're playing a team that doesn't force a ton, 9's a little on the high side. And they made that little run there to start the second half, not because they scored 17 points in 4 minutes. We just came up empty because we weren't getting shots up. But I was really proud of our team, not just today, but they played hard. Our group plays hard. They play together. They're about the right stuff. And we got a lot of guys hurting in that locker room. Questions?
Coach, with a chance to win it there, just kind of what were you drawing up as far as, if you were going to take that game-winning shot or trying to tie it and force it over?
Yeah, we were having success with Jalen getting in the paint, getting downhill, finding guys, getting to the free throw line, getting to the basket. And, we felt like they subbed Nicholson out and the other big end to make that a little more difficult. But he was still able to get in the paint and make plays. And that's what we were trying to do. Obviously, both teams were in the bonus. Pierre started trying to get in the paint on their end because they too were in the bonus. We were doing the same thing. In hindsight's 20/20. We had a timeout there at the end that I thought we looked organized enough to not call it on a short clock to let them get organized on defense. Because we were still able to get in the paint. You kick yourself when a shooter and a scorer like Justin Porter is on the bench on the last play of the game and you need a bucket. Looking back, I wish I had him in the game and used it. But I thought we got what we wanted, and that was him in the paint with a chance to make the right play.
Jalen, talk about the run y'all sort of went on, into the last, 6 or 7 minutes where you were able to get some downhill momentum, get in the paint, and start chipping away at the lead to the point where y'all tied it. What was the key for y'all in that play?
Getting stops was the biggest key. We weren't giving up offensive rebounds towards the end. Our first shot defense is really good. So once we eliminate them getting second chance points, we were able to run in transition, and that's where we're best at. I was able to get downhill, pick the defense apart a little bit, and then on my centers and forwards on our little ball action, we're setting really good screens. So I was able to get down there and do what I'm capable of doing.
Coach McDevitt, double overtime last night. You had a few hours to come back. Sometimes when you set a while, that's when that affects you the most. 8-minute stretch in the second half. Could you see kind of sea legs there?
I don't know. Obviously, advantage them, being the higher seed, playing a day earlier, and then, we got in the bed last night after midnight and then playing at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Where I thought it might show itself was in the last 5 or 6 minutes in the game, and that's where we were pretty good. Had we won it, obviously tomorrow night was going to be difficult, but when you're in the finals, it is what it is. I thought we looked pretty good with our energy and our explosiveness given short rest.
Coach Brett Walker, MTSU sidelines. Talk about that run that you guys made. With about 5 minutes left. Kamari hits a three to bring it within 7. You can call timeout. Kind of what were some things that y'all were talking through in the huddle that ended up leading it back to tying?
We have to stop trading baskets. We're scoring, but we're behind. We've got to get stops. We felt like we had, a good offensive lineup in. They were playing well as a group, so we decided we're going, at this point, we're going to ride this group. They're playing well together, so we didn't want to sub. So at that point, the timeout, calling a full one, I thought would let them rest. I think it was at like 4:47. Knowing we've got a media coming up, they're going to rest again, and then we're going to ride them the rest of the game. And I thought we looked good, but the message in the huddle was we've got to get stops.
Coach, you've been a part of some pretty good teams both here in the past institution. Just what do you feel like the identity of this group was as opposed to others? What do you feel like the identity of this group was as opposed to others you've been a part of?
Yeah, I thought we just had all the right pieces that you need. Before the season started, you felt like we got enough size and athleticism and ball handling and shooting to have a good season, and we did. But I think this thing that separated them and the championship level teams, they just don't play basketball. They play it for each other. There's good talk in the huddles. They're boys. And you can see it. You can see teams that they got talent, but they don't have that. Summer, and it stayed there all season.
Sam, I know it's difficult to reflect right after everything, but you've been a big part of this program, even just with 1 year impact for you. What has being a Blue Raider meant to you specifically, sort of the end of your college career?
It's been fun, I'll say this is the best year I had in college. I can't say that confidently. I love the guys. I love the coaches, Every day was fun to go to practice, I'm looking forward to it. I've been in college for 5 years, this is the first time, I think this is the first year in my life that I'm enjoying going to practice every day. Seeing the guys, seeing the coaches, and people on the sideline, Logan right there, it's fun. It's fun. It's hard, because when you love somebody this much, you want to do your best, to get what they want. I wanted to be in NCAA tournament, but a little short. But I just love this team, man. It's a good way to end it again. It's fun to be part of this team. It's everything I asked for.
Coach, just what does it mean to hear him say that? This is the first time he's going to practice.
That's what I was talking about.
Anyone else? Do we have any questions from our Zoom audience? Okay. Coach, excuse you guys. Thanks for coming in. Okay, thanks again to everyone for joining us here for the semifinal post-game press conference, the 2025 CUSA Basketball Championships. We're joined now by Jacksonville State head coach Ray Harper, by freshman guard Kelron House, senior guard Jerron Pierre Jr., and we'll ask the attending media here, we'll give you a chance to ask questions. Anybody on our Zoom audience, we'd ask you for the sake of efficiency, go ahead and type in your questions in the chat function and we'll repeat them here. If you don't mind, please state your name and affiliation prior to asking your question. Thank you for attending as well as your patience. We'll now begin with the opening statement from Coach Harper.
Yeah, just really proud of my guys. They are who they are. They compete. That's the best thing about them is, they're going to give you everything they got. We felt like today, big thing was going to be rebounding the basketball, and I thought we did it pretty well until they're late. But it's an awfully good basketball team we beat, and we're just happy to be advancing and go see another really good team tomorrow.
As far as, when they got the ball and, they had a shot to tie it or, win the game, what were you thinking on defense? What were you kind of drawing about?
We drew up. Let's not let them get a shot off. It worked out perfect, just like we drew it up.
Just for you guys, just talk about, getting past this round. I mean, how many people are able to do this? Just talk about getting to the conference final and this round that you guys have had.
We knew it was going to be a hard-fought game. Through the ups and downs, just stay together. That was just the main thing. And just control the pace of the game and just be with each other.
I mean, it felt good. I mean, we worked hard for this the whole year. So, I mean, stepping into this, I mean, we knew it was going to be a hard-fought game, and we came out with the win.
Kelron, I mean, you've had some pretty good postseason runs, not just here, but, in high school as well. Just talk about, what's different about you, your mentality in the postseason, if anything?
From the postseason?
From the regular season to the postseason.
I mean, it's more serious now, but it's more win and go home. I just do the same thing that I've been doing, just be confident in myself and just lead the team, take control, and just be who I am, be the point guard.
Anyone else? Do we have any questions from our Zoom audience? I'm not seeing anyone on Zoom, so
There's just a challenge in Liberty tomorrow. Just what are your thoughts on that?
Excuse me?
A challenge in Liberty tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they're a really good basketball team. Biggest thing we got to do is get back to the hotel, and we've got film. We know how we want to play. Get these guys some rest, and fortunately, we don't play again until 7:30 tomorrow night. And we've had two battles with them. We beat them the first time. They beat us at their place. They had us down. I think it was 23 in the second half. So we got to figure out how they got us down 23 and how we were able to come back. But it's going to be a great basketball game. I mean, Richie's one of the best coaches in the country. He's going to have those guys ready. They're very efficient. But, like I said, I think I got a pretty good basketball team as well.
We're playing 3 games in 4 days. Just what did the next 24 hours look like for you guys?
Rest, film, sleep, film, walk through tomorrow, 7:30, throw it up, and we'll be ready.
Coach, we do have a question for Jarrett Gravett from the Anniston Star. How important were the first 5 minutes of the second half?
It's been a long time since that happened. I don't even remember what happened in the first 5 minutes. About the same as the last 5. I thought we had the game under control late. We didn't rebound it. We missed some free throws and allowed them to – and they made plays, give them credit. But I think the first 5 minutes we came out, we got up 8 maybe. So, this time of year, the first 5 minutes is important, but every minute's important. Every possession is important. And, you're going to make some mistakes. You got to stay in the moment, get to the next play, and not worry about the last play. And I think our guys have done that pretty well these first 2 games.
Okay. Further questions from Zoom? Jared?
Coach, if rebounding was the key today, what's the key tomorrow night going in to the final?
Don't let them make a lot of three-pointers. They're going to make some. I mean, they just are, Matheny got going there late in the second half today. I thought we did a good job after Lance hit too early. Our game plan was to not allow him to catch and shoot threes, and we allowed the first 2. Q, you were one of those that allowed one of those. Remember that? I'll show you on film later tonight. But But we adjusted, and he didn't get any more. And I thought we did a good job of making him to defend in the second half. We got the switches that we wanted, and there's certain ways we'll want to attack, so we'll figure it out between now and walk through tomorrow. But I know these guys are going to come compete, and that's why I'll sleep good tonight.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen.
All
See you
right, thank
tomorrow.
you, guys.
No problem.